Hi guys, so we are going to do a class today that's going to require a little bit of space. So we are staggered a little bit, and you're going to be going off of your mat. So if you do feel like your knees are bugging you because if you're like on hardwood or something, put an extra mat underneath yours and that'll give you a little bit more cushioning. So to get started today, we're just going to drop right into child's pose. And just go ahead and lean back and start to zoom in. This class is going to be a little bit more circular with our movements. We're going to flow, we're going to balance. All right, so there's going to be a lot to focus on, but if you want to set a little bit more intentionality behind that work, definitely play with that. Your Ujjayi breathing will be a good technique to start with. So starting to just soften the back of the throat, build a little bit of heat through the engagement of the throat. And every time you exhale, fog the mirror. And if you start to feel like fogging the mirror out of the mouth is nice and easy, start trying to breathe in and out of your nose in that same way. Exhale everything out. Take a big, full, expansive breath. And then a big exhale. Let's start to just creep the fingertips a little longer in front of you. And when you start to reach your hands, maybe try tenting the fingers, shrugging the shoulders up. But think about your arms as an extension of your whole spine. So imagine your arms reaching can make your whole torso longer, make you taller. Take a big breath in. And another big exhale out. Nice. Let's go ahead and come up to a tabletop position and just start to move around a little bit, testing out kind of all the nooks and crannies in the body. How are things feeling? This doesn't have to be very structured, right? Think of it more of a diagnostic movement. We'll start to just kind of work into some cat-cows from there. So you're going to inhale and look up. And then your exhale is going to round you in. Go again. Inhale, stretch the chin from the throat. And then exhale, round the spine. And just continue going on your own. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, stretching up. Think navel to spine. And exhale, round it in. Let's do one more. And inhale. And exhale. Good. Now go ahead and start to find just your flat back, your tabletop. We're going to take the legs a little closer in towards each other. Let's take the right leg back. So once your leg is back, you can point and flex the foot, circle the ankle. Try not to lift the leg higher than the hip line for now. And when that leg is behind you, think about the lowest part of your stomach pulling up and in so the low back is long and lengthy and supported. You're going to take an inhale just to stretch the chest. On your exhale, bring your knee into your nose, round. You can tap the toes down for more support. Inhale, lengthen back. Exhale, round. Inhale, lengthen back. And exhale, round it in. Now inhale, lengthen the leg back. From here, we're gonna take that right leg out to the side. So we're gonna flex the toes. And to the side, it could be to the ground, it could be as high as the hip line. It doesn't have to go higher than the hip. Try to put some extra pressure in your right hand, so shift your weight towards the leg that's lifted. Push the bottom shin down. Take a breath. Exhale, let the foot land on the floor. Anchor the foot down. Try to get your heel in line with your hip. And let's walk up to standing on that left leg or the opposing leg. Take an inhale, arms up. Take whatever grip up there works for you. Flipping hand, palms together, and lean towards the extended leg. I'm just getting a nice long side bend out of this with a little bit of a kickstand. So strong through that standing leg, strong through that kicking leg. Gaze up or down or wherever really feels good to you. Good, last breath. Come all the way up. You're gonna put your hands right back down to that tabletop position. Now from here, we're gonna lift the right leg up again, but bend the knee this time and try to put your knee up on the outside of your right shoulder and then just hold it. When your knee is going up, try to then make it so the shin is facing more towards the floor, then turned out and round like cat-cow through your low belly. For 3, 2, reach the leg back behind you on 1, and then bring it down to the floor. Shrug it out. Okay, let's do the other side. So take the left leg behind you, lift it up. First, just try to get level hips, right? The leg doesn't have to be super, super high. In fact, I would suggest keeping it directly behind you. Good, you're gonna take an inhale to stretch the heart from the thumbs. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose round. So again, inhale, extend. Exhale, round. Weight in the hands. Inhale, extend. And exhale, knee in. Good, now extend it back again. Go ahead and take the foot all the way out to the left. Keep it lifted. It can be as low as the floor or up towards hip level. Try to shift the weight into that hand that the leg is lifted. Chest up. Hold on to it. And then bring it all the way down to the floor. Good. Slowly walk all the way up to the standing leg. Inhale, arms up. Take the grip. Exhale, side bend. You may find it easy to stick the butt out in this. Try to pull the front of the belly up. It's not tucked under, but we're supporting that space. Take another big breath. On your exhale, come all the way up. You're going to slowly bring the hands back to shoulders width underneath you. Put some weight into the pressure of your fingertips. Lift your left leg up again. Heel can bend back. Bring your knee to the outside of your shoulder. Then try to make it so the shin isn't turned out, but turned more down to the floor. Heel to butt cheek. Round. And then hold the belly lifting in for 3, 2, extend the leg back on 1, bring the leg down, tuck the toes under, and let's go ahead and take it to down dog. Have a nap. So definitely play with movement, just feeling it out. Right, checking in with the hands, how are they doing? Right, are you cupping the floor? Try to soften the elbows a little bit, wrap in, then push the arms straight. Bend the knees, lift the seat, and scoop the low belly. Exhale everything out. Take in another breath. And then exhale and empty. Good, look forward. Walk, step, or jump to the top of your mat. Let's just hang out in a fold. Bending the knees generously for this. Maybe opposite hand, opposite elbow. Just sway it out. Try to get more contact of your torso on your legs. And then play with shifting the weight forward, tippy tippy toes, and then into the heels. Just kind of living in the front space and living in the back space, and see how that shifts things in the feeling of the shape. Shift to one foot more, and then go to the other foot more. Good. So from there, let's drop the arms. Let's take our first half lift. So we're going to inhale and use the hands to extend the chest, spine. Exhale, hang heavier down the legs. Let's just roll up to standing. Get everything nice and stacked so you can figure out where you are in space. Once your head is on top of your heart, let's just close the eyes and get a little bit more aware of your sense of space, your sense of self in this space without the eyes open. Right, and you can do feet together separate, whatever resonates with you. Maybe shifting the weight around in a circle on the feet. Right, so going into the heels, the right foot, forward into the toes, the left foot, the outer foot, and then back. You might fall or kind of stumble a little bit. Totally fine. Find maybe the opposing circle, and then come to a place that feels the most grounded and centered. When you start to find that, soften the backs of the knees a little bit. Start to gain an understanding of the muscles around the legs, right? Calves, quads, hamstrings. Feeling the line of the leg get really long and strong. Pull up the low belly. Soften in the bottom ribs. Broaden the chest. Drape the arms down. Long through the neck. Soft through the head space, right? No tension in the throat. Exhale everything out. Take a big breath in. And then exhale to ground. On your next inhale, take the arms all the way up. Exhale, fold all the way down. Nice and easy. Good, you're going to take an inhale, half lift. And then exhale, hands down, feet back, plank. Okay, so your plank position, we're just going to hold it for a few breaths to gain some heat. You can bring the knees down for this. You can bring the forearms down for this. Try to find the stacking of the heels and the balls of your feet. Try not to pop the elbows forward. Soften if you tend to hyperextend that way. And notice if the pads of the fingers have enough room to bend a little bit, just to feel like you can really find the pressure there. You're not gripping the floor, but they should be able to move so when you shift forward, you can control your weight. Okay, hold what you got. Take a big breath in. Exhale, slide forward. Lower down, heart before chin, chin up, all the way to the belly, point the toes. Take an inhale to cobra your spine up, and then an exhale to lower it down. Do it again. Inhale, cobra, and exhale down. Last one. Inhale, cobra, push a little bit more, and exhale to lower. Option to push up to the knees or plank, and then go back to down dog. So let's just roll through that with a little bit more breath per movement. Inhale, push the ground away. Exhale, walk to your hands, jump to your hands. Half lift, inhale. And exhale, hang. Inhale, sweep up this time, one generous breath. Exhale, fold down. Halfway lift. Exhale, plank pose, pause. Take an inhale, come forward. Exhale, go halfway or all the way. Push up to your up dog back bend this time as an option. Take a breath. Exhale, back to down dog. Start rolling through these on your own. Bend the knees. Start coming front to the top of your mat. Find your long spine, engage through the legs. Fold and hang longer. Stand up with a big breath. Fold and hang down. Halfway lift. Exhale, you can start to go faster back if you want to jump back chaturanga or float back, handstand back to down dog. Let's do 2 more. Walk, step, or jump. Halfway lift. Standing up. Folding down. Halfway lift. Find your movement. Got 1 more to go. Okay, pause in this down dog when you get there. And see if you can get a little bit more equality between the weight in the hands and the feet. Try to find a little bit more leverage of the hips lifting up by bending the knees. And without lifting the heels any higher, with that bend of the knees, try to lift the toes up in the front. And when your toes lift up, try to scoop the low belly in. Exhale everything out without losing the belly. Take a big breath in. And a big exhale. Lift your right leg up on your inhale. Flex the toes to the right. Try to kick your leg out to the side like we did in tabletop position. Your standing knee can still be bent. Try to push the floor away. Okay, from here, you're going to bend the knee like we did in tabletop. Slide your shoulders forward and try to bring your knee to the shoulder. Go back to regular 3-legged dog. Toes out, swing the leg to the side, bend the knee, plank, knee to shoulder, swing it back to your 3-legged dog. 2 more times. Leg to the side, knee to the shoulder, plank, swing it back to down dog. Last one. To the side, knee forward. Now this time, swing it to the center and step the foot through the hands. Long lunge. Okay, so give yourself a moment to get that foot there. Let's do it more like thumb the side of the foot so you have a little bit more distance. Looking forward, just getting your chest to get a little bit longer. You can also do the variation where you get your armpit towards the knee and lengthen your arms out to extend the chest. Try not to drop too low for now. Try to keep that strength in the standing leg. Action through the back leg. Now, as a modification though, you could bring the back knee down with the toes tucked down. I would suggest actually though, keeping the ball of the foot down because we're going to try to shift our weight completely to standing in a moment with the right leg down. Keep the breath fluid. You can play too if you're in the lunge, just trying to point and flex the back foot, kind of like we do in plank before that chaturanga to get used to the shift. Okay, now slowly just walk your hands up to the top of your knee without lifting your torso too much. Look in front of you. We're going to use the hands pushing the knee down to stabilize, and we're going to kick all the way up that left leg. And you might have to toe tap it, it's totally fine. Good, now just keep this leg where it is. Take your arms up. And just we're starting to notice what it's like to be on one leg. Nothing super fancy. You can bend the standing knee a little bit, work it straight. You can play with that top leg a little bit, kick and straighten it, move it around a little bit. We're going to shift our weight. You're going to take a big breath in. On your exhale, you're going to take it to the side and find a lunge. Can't really see me, but you can see Gavin. Toes will face forward in front of the knee. Even more, so parallel. So yeah, even more turned in. Yeah. Arms to the sides. So arms out like this and fold halfway. So with this position, we're going to try to go more flat back if you can. You might be higher up, but I think Gavin, you can probably fold a little bit more down. Your arms are going to span as even with your shoulders as they can. They might have to be lower down. You want grounded heels. And for the most part, we're trying to get heels in line with each other. Now try to keep your torso where it is. Shift your weight to the other leg. And your bottom toes should be in line with your heels. support with your knee too. Now keep the torso where it is. Shift to the other side. Good. Toes up. See if you can relax the toes. Put the pressure into the feet, into the back of the foot. Switch the sides one more time. Now come all the way back to your starting position. Take your arms by the ears. Palms face each other. So yeah, think about holding onto a block. Push into my hands. Yeah, so imagine there's something that you can push into without going narrower than shoulders width distance. You're going to stay with it. Take another inhale to reach your torso long. Exhale, come all the way upright. Now you're going to turn your left leg out, or whatever leg's bent, for warrior two. Arms open. Nice. Now remember, the back leg in warrior two does not have to stay at that like directly forward stance. If you're feeling like this knee that's bent is pulling forward, turn your back toes in more and let that back hip rotate. And you'll kind of see my hip just locked right into place. Then you sink down, and then you move the torso open with the arms. Take a reach forward, or to the side now, and go up and back. Reverse it. This back arm, if it is somewhere on the leg, just be gentle with where you're putting weight into it. You can always take the hand to the hip to lift up, or really test out less pressure in the arm behind you. You could bind, taking it behind the back, and using it as more leverage. Take another breath. On your exhale, you're going to take the hands all the way down the inside of your left leg. Back heel lifts. So now you're in just a wide-legged lunge. We're going to take the weight off of that left foot, take it behind you. So keep the knee to the shoulder. You're going to hold the leg up and then go to three-legged dog. Shake it out. Now you have an option here if you want to. Keep this leg up, pull forward to plank with three legs, lower down. Then you're up dog like normal. And then back to down dog. Or you can skip that, do normal chaturanga, or skip chaturanga altogether. So we're going to try to flow this nice and slow. We're going to keep doing the same leg, right? So you're going to continue to lift the right leg first when we go around. Let's just take a breath. Exhale everything out. Big breath in. And a big exhale out. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, take the leg to the side, the knee to the shoulder, pull it through, step it. Good. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, kick all the way up. Inhale to stretch through the arms or take wherever you need to go. Exhale, you're going to lean the foot to the side, put some weight into it, flat back over the legs. Good. Inhale, switch the leg. Exhale to sustain it. Inhale, switch the legs again. Exhale, arms by the ears. Inhale, come up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reach around and reverse it. Exhale, bring the hands to the ground. Lift your back foot. That leg goes up and back. Inhale. You can exhale to chaturanga, or to plank, or to down dog. We'll meet there. Okay, guys, so breath cues for this do not have to be perfect, right? Just keep it consistent for yourself. You might lose us in the frame, but follow Gavin if you can't see me. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale to the side, knee to shoulder, step it through. Inhale, prepare, look where you're going. Exhale, lift it up. Inhale, prepare your arms. Exhale, take the leg out to the side, bend the knee, toes in line with heels. Shift your weight over to the other leg, inhale. Sustain it with your exhale. Switch back to the other leg, inhale. Arms by the ears, exhale. Inhale, lifting up. Rotate on the heel, exhale, sit to warrior two. Inhale, reverse it, up and back. Exhale, hands on the inside of the foot. Lift the back heel, inhale up with the leg. Exhale, chaturanga. Up dog. and then down dog. Okay, one more time on this side. We gotta get to the front. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, knee to the shoulder. Step it through. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, shift the weight. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, open the arms, step it out. Inhale, shift your weight. Exhale, hold it. Inhale, shift the weight. Exhale, arms by the ears. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse it. And exhale, hands to the ground on the inside. Take that leg up and back. Chaturanga as an option. Plank as an option. We'll go back to down dog. Okay, take your time. We're gonna have an extra component for us with the dog underneath me. We'll see how this goes. Let's take a breath. Exhale everything out. Big full breath in. And then a big exhale. So let's play with the other leg. Lift your left leg up. First, just flex the toes. Start to go out to the side like we did in your tabletop position. Equal the weight in the hands as much as you can. Bend the knee. Shoulders over wrists. Bring the leg right back to your three-legged dog. We have 3 more to go. Out to the side. Knee to the shoulder, chest forward. Swing the leg back. Do it again. Leg out to the side. Knee to shoulder, chest forward. Swing it back. Leg to the side. Knee to the shoulder. Swing it through. Step it. Okay, we'll hold this for a little bit on this side. Armpit to knee works really great. Right, propping yourself up. Drawing the back knee down. Using your dog as a prop. Tell you what, it definitely makes you lift your legs through when the dog is underneath you. But try to breathe. Think about stabilizing the front leg, extending through the back leg, using your breath to emphasize the space where it can happen, and try not to deflate on your exhales. Think about the animation of your inhale, creating space even more so when you take the opportunity to release the exhale. So from here, we're going to slowly start to climb up a little bit with the arms, not the torso. You can kind of interlock the grip like this on your knee if that's helpful. You might not need this necessarily. This is more of a tool. I think it helps stabilize. Soften through the back leg. Maybe shift the weight a little bit and then start to stand. We're going to hold this for a few breaths. You can move the leg around. You can soften the standing knee, just noticing what being on one leg feels like. Try to lift the toes underneath you. Maybe keeping this leg up, you shift forward and try to lift the heel up. And we often talk about the toes lifting, but shifting your weight forward is really interesting too. Okay, take an inhale, arms go up. Exhale, open the arms, step out to the side. Again, toes in line with your knee. You're trying to get a flat back with the arms extended. This could be a little bit higher. We're going to try to stay low. Shift to the other leg. Good. Play with the weight. Go to the other side. We're going to shift this a few times. Go again. Heels should be down. If you can't get the heels down, lift higher up. And again. Good. Last one. Stay on this leg. Take the arms over the head. Pause there. Imagine pushing into something and reaching, chin away from your throat. Notice if it's only going into your right leg. Can you get your left leg or your opposing leg to activate? Take a big breath in. Exhale all the way up. Inhale, open up to warrior two. Pause there. So again, this front foot or the hip bones do not have to be completely flush, especially for those of us that starts to compromise that knee. So you can even take your one hand to the hip just to feel it slide back. Doesn't mean that this isn't going to spread open a little bit, but if you're starting to just force it, it's not great for the structure of the shape. So once this hip slides, pull the chest open and see how that feels. Let's reach forward or to the front leg and go up and back, taking that back arm wherever it feels good. If you are using it to bind, don't kind of just let it hang there. Think about 2 points pulling away from each other from the arms. Push into the points you make contact with both connections. They should communicate thigh to hand, hand to thigh. If you're not quite holding on to something, you could give yourself something, like take your hands together and still lift, but don't lose that reach to that top side. Okay, take a breath. Exhale, arms down on the inside of the leg. Lift the back heel up. We're going to do the first one slow. So this is what I call a retrograde of the movement, a reverse. So instead of just swinging it with momentum, you're going to try to lift the heel up, keep the knee on the outside of the shoulder, try to sustain it, and then lift it up and shake it out. Okay, now you have an option. Chaturanga Vinyasa with the 3-leg. Up dog, down dog, no chaturanga, regular chaturanga, cobra pose, whatever resonates with you. Okay, we have 3 more times to do this in a circle. Breathe it how it feels good to you. I'll try to see some breath cues. I'll try to be articulate with them. But if it's like not the same breath you're breathing, just breathe. You're gonna get it right either way. Exhale first. Just a breath in. Exhale completely. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to the shoulder, knee to. Take an inhale to prepare, look forward. Exhale, stand all the way up. Just get stable. Inhales, arms up. Exhale, step the foot out to the side. Whoa, that moved. Inhale, go to the other leg. Exhale to sustain it. Inhale, switch back. Exhale, arms by the ears. Inhale all the way up. Open it up. Exhale, warrior 2. And inhale, up and back, reverse it. Exhale, hands to the ground. Heel up. Right leg up and back. Yogi's choice. Chaturanga or down dog. Pause there. Let's go again. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to the shoulder, to the center. Step it through. Inhale, prepare. Exhale to stand. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, step the foot out. Flat back to the other side, inhale. Exhale to sustain it. Inhale to the other side. Exhale, arms by the ears. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, sweep it up and back. Exhale, hands to the ground, heel up. Inhale, right leg up and back. Yogi's choice. Flow it. We got 1 more to go. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to shoulder, step it through. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, stand it up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, step it wide. Flat back. Inhale, switch your legs. Exhale, hold it. Inhale, other side. Exhale, arms to the ears. Inhale, stand it up. Exhale, flip the toes, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse it. And exhale, hands down. Take it back. Move through your last circular chaturanga movement, or we'll just be back in down dog. Pause there. Take a moment just to feel the cyclical quality of your energy in your down dog. Right, hands to the floor, feet to the floor, hips to the ceiling, and kind of generate a breath that keeps it going. Makes it feel a little bit more restful. Exhale everything out. Take a big inhale. Okay, inhale, right leg up. Exhale, knee to shoulder, knee to nose, step it through. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, kick up to standing. Okay, so we're back. From here, 2 peace fingers to your big toe. Stand up with that leg. Try not to go out to the side. Kick it towards the front. Heel in line with hip. Try not to turn it in. So this leg does not have to straighten. It could be straight, but really we're just trying to get the integrity of this leg for now to lift. Chest up. We're going to take this into a pistol squat. And then we're going to try to use this to eventually go all the way down to the ground. So what you're going to do is slowly bend through the standing leg. You can use this other arm in front of you to counterbalance, to sit. Try not to lower the butt if you can, right? You can always use your hand behind you if you need to, but just hold on to it. Knee should be in line with toes. Good, sit all the way down. Nice, now this leg, we're gonna try to keep holding on. You might have a bent knee. You can hold on to your opposing knee, kick the leg up, try to lift the chest. So think of this kind of like half boat pose with the grip. Lift through the low belly. Put pressure into the standing foot that's on the ground. You can point through the toes too. Nice, you guys. So from here, keep this hand on the lifted leg. Take your right knee, point it out. Let the toes and the ankle lengthen. We're going to bend this knee, slowly take it behind you. And of course, Higby's here for me. Gavin can show you. He's going to go to pigeon. So be very careful with your back leg in this rotation under the knee. You're going to rest for a few breaths. Yeah, so after all the work on the movement of that top leg, give yourself a moment just to be to the floor. Now, if this is too much, I can show a variation. Like if you're like, I didn't get into that and I don't really know what I'm doing here. If you're sitting down, you could also alternatively take this knee in front of the hip, let the ankle flex at a 90-degree angle, let your back knee just bend, and then go over the front leg. Higby is teaching us how to do Shavasana really well. Okay, so you're going to take a big breath in and a big breath out. Come up to your fingertips. Put them a little wider than your shoulders. And we're going to do some circling of the torso. So you're going to go away from the front knee, bend the elbows, go far in front of you if you can, and then all the way back up. And you're only going to the distance that feels okay. Move away from the hip, towards the knee, other arm, and back up. Go again. Okay, one more circle. Land towards the knee. Take your opposing arm across the front of the knee. Take the other arm a little wider. You're going to shift onto that hip. Lift your left leg behind you up. Flex through the toes. Keep pressuring your hands, and you're going to take circles. Go fast or slow, small circles. They don't have to be big. This can also be a lower leg. Go in one direction. This is a butt workout. And then go to the other side. Slowly come all the way up. Bend your knee. You're going to take that foot that was lifted. Take two hands to the pinky side edge of the foot. Let your knee go wide. This could be really far in front of you. This bottom knee can also go wider. If you're feeling pretty good, baby cradling the leg, flexing the toes, grabbing around, and creating a kick into the elbow as I pull with the elbows. Squeezing fingertips in front. Relax that bottom leg if you can. This can have movement involved. Okay, so this is going to be a bit tricky, only because it's just really hard, so be patient with this one, it comes with time. We're going to reverse the pistol squat, so retrograding that. You're going to take 2 peace fingers to the leg that's lifted. You're going to take the leg in front of you first, take this bottom knee, lift it up, put the foot in line with your hip, take your opposing hand behind you, see if you can shift onto the leg you started with, use your arms as much as you need to, and then slowly stand up with the leg again. Good. Now again, this can stay bent. Doesn't have to be straight, but you can straighten it, work it there. We're going to do some more balancing. Take that other arm out. Now we're going to go forward to the side. You're going to let your leg stay in line with your hip, hand to toes, so I don't know if you can see it. Let the toes face towards the camera, or towards the front of the studio, or your house, and try to balance there. So this is a lot like the position we've been playing with in your tabletops and your down dogs, just with one leg on the ground. Okay, swing the leg behind you. Warrior 3, which means squaring the hip to the floor. Take your arms towards the front. We're almost there. Standing split. Hands down, leg up. Take a moment to play with this. Now you can continue the standing split. Or if you have a handstand practice, put pressure into the hands, lift in the toes or into the toes or forward of the heel. Maybe you just kick one leg up, one leg up, one leg up, until that handstand happens. Make sure if you're handstanding, you have a healthy exit strategy, like a healthy wheel practice. Okay, last breath. Exhale, fold that leg down, forward fold. Nice, you guys. Take a half lift. Exhale, chaturanga vinyasa as an option. We'll meet back in down dog. Whew. Okay. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Let's do the other side. Left leg up, knee to the shoulder, step the foot through. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, shift your weight, find that leg up. 2-piece finger grip, grab the foot, not splaying wide, keeping it all hunkered in. Hand to the hip, arm in front of you, start to kick forward if you can. Maybe all the way straight, the knee may be very bent. Bottom knee and toes are in line. Lifting from that ankle and heel. When you're ready, arms can start to go forward. We're going to lower to the pistol squat. One side, especially for me, can feel like a whole different leg. Whew. If you fall out of it, just come back into it. Trying to stay on top of the foot. Use your hand wherever you need to. Good. As you're ready to let the seat down, let it down if you haven't yet. Keep this leg up. Support yourself either on that standing leg side or with the hand behind you. Puff up. Try to lift the foot, lift the chest. Use your arm, use your belly, use your kick. Okay, from here, soften this knee but keep the foot. Take your hand to the bottom knee, help it turn out, help the foot move a little closer in, like heel towards butt cheek. Then very gently take that leg behind you, knee can stay bent. You'll have to lift up to go over for pigeon in this way. And again, you don't have to go all the way, like you can keep the knee bent, flexing the foot in front of you and starting to lean towards that front leg this way. But initially we're just going to let ourselves rest over it before we take it into the circle. You may even find it really feels good just to be upright the whole time too, which is fine. Find the place that you can rest in. As you are ready, you'll slowly start to press up for these circles, starting with the hands a little bit more in front of you. I would tent the fingers. You're going to bend away from the legs, hip that's stretching, go around the front to the other side, and then up, and then you keep going. Bend in the circle. Over and across. Last time, you're going to land on that side of the hip. Take the opposing arm across the knee, other hand a little wider, shift on that hip, take the leg out. So I have a lot of pressure in my hands. You guys can't see me from the live view, but if you're watching this on demand, keep pressure in both palms as equally as you can. Draw circles. Go one direction. It's not about doing a lot. Quality over quantity. Ooh, this hip is definitely feeling it more. Switch sides. Okay, start to bend that leg in. Take the foot. You can start with just grabbing the outside of the foot. You might even be grabbing more towards heel. If you can get it into the point where you have elbow to knee or elbow to foot, elbow to knee, kick into the elbow, pull with the arm. You can go again a little bit wider with that bottom leg too. Okay, we're going to retrograde our pistol squat. So you're going to take 2 peace fingers to that big toe. Help your bottom knee into place. Get this foot to where it's not turning out with the knee anymore. Use your bottom hand to shift onto the top of that foot. Use as much of your arm as you need to. And then slowly stand up. And again, you might have had to release to come back in. That's okay. Just lift that leg back up. Kick it forward. Don't worry about it being straight. Other arm out to the side. We're going to go all the way out. Turn your leg in with your arm. This could be straight. The knee could be bent. And I'm kind of using my arm on the inside of the knee with it bent. Flat back. Bottom knee, if you need to bend a little bit, play with it, but don't just buckle down there. Make it more intentional. Straight if you can make it straight. Supported, not locked out without muscle tone. Take it to warrior 3, all the way behind you. Square and level the hip down, arms out. And you could totally use a prop, right? Use the blocks as an option. Chest tall. Breathe. Fold to your standing split. Right? Hang out here. If you want to play with your handstanding practice, you could also use a wall at your house if you really want to just hold handstand, which honestly is a great way of practicing handstand rather than just popping up and down the entire time. put yourself against a wall so you can actually build strength holding it against the wall. If you are, though, just working on scooping in, try to keep your thigh close to the chest if you're kicking. That'll help prevent you from swaying into the low back every time you're lifting up. Take another big breath. And to the fold. Feet down. Nice. Take a half lift. And we'll be back in down dog. Hands down, feet back. Good. Let's bring the knees down. Walk your hands back towards your legs. Standing on the knees, let's take camel. So hands placing on the low back. Well, kind of low back. Like kind of right at the base. Right where that kind of butt crack area starts. Tops of the feet flat. Try not to turn out and in. You could tuck the toes down too. That's an option. Spread the toes. Lift the chest. Let the head draw back gently. Good rule of thumb with camel is to always think up. Try not to worry about going back as much. We want to lift out of the low back to build the space. If you feel the reach is available to you, to do thumb out, fingers in on the heel, you can go a little further. Try not to excessively pinch the shoulder blades together. Like if you start to feel that space is touching, relax the shoulders a bit. See if you can puff the chest up higher. Take one more breath there. Good. Slowly lift all the way up. You can sit on the balls of your feet, back and down, or the tops of your feet, and just let your chin rest for a moment. Let your arms hang by the sides or by the thighs. And just follow the breathing. Follow that quality of movement you've generated. Exhale everything out. Take a breath. And empty. Let your head move around. Shrug your shoulders up and down. Flutter the lips. Or stick the tongue out. Ah. Nice. Go ahead and come off the feet. And then we'll slowly just flip it around and take it to the back. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a good hug. Rock right and left. Just go ahead and take your legs up to the ceiling. You could always, if this is too tight, you could put something extra underneath you. So you have something to put your butt into. You can reach up like Gavin's reaching for the feet. If you're super mobile and you feel like taking full, you can grab the ankles from behind and then let the hips pull away from that. So it's not quite plow. It just allows you to fold a little bit more with leverage. If you feel safe in plow, you can go all the way to plow. You can do shoulder stand. You can just keep the legs above you. And again, putting a pillow underneath the butt can help this. Just letting the blood just drain back down without having it being pumped. And when you're ready, you're just going to gently start to pull your weight all the way down. And start to find your final Shavasana or your final resting position. If you do feel like you want to work on any other postures, totally, take those now. If Shavasana is where you're landing, legs long, arms by the sides. Scoop the shoulders a little closer behind the back so your chest can open. So So as always, set your timers. Give yourself some space to figure out how the meditation is going to land in stillness for you. I'm going to read you a short little quote from Brianna Weist, who is pretty brilliant. She's on Instagram at Brianna Weist, if you want to find her. You can ignore, listen, absorb, but let this land if it lands for you. Just so you know, your best possible self is not always your most physically perfect self. It is your strongest self, your most resilient self, your kindest self, your most determined self, your most clear-minded and focused self. It is the self that can advocate for your needs and enforce the boundaries you set with others. It is the self that honors your future instead of caving into the past. It is the self that is not afraid of what's ahead because they are investing in what's here right now. It is the self that is most true to who you fundamentally are inside, not the self that you think would appear most attractive to others. Your best possible self is the self that exists for you, not for someone else's eyes. Let's exhale everything out, empty. Fill up with a breath. And exhale. Thank you for a beautiful practice, guys. Namaste.